Picture this. You're riding through the swamp, the water's so still and dark it looks like glass, moss hanging off every branch like something out of a ghost story. The air is thick, you can practically feel the humidity through the screen. And then it appears through the trees. This huge decaying plantation house, half swallowed by the wilderness. Paint peeling off the columns, vines crawling up the walls, shutters hanging off their hinges. It's beautiful in this haunting, almost tragic way, like these walls have seen things, but no one's still alive to talk about it. Today we're kicking off Chapter 4, Shady Belle. After everything that went down at Clements Point, the gang's on the move again, and this time they're settling into a new hideout deep in the Lemoyne swamps. Now, we've already spent some time in this part of the map. You guys know Saint Denis, you know the bayou. This camp feels different from anywhere in the gang's set up before. 4 walls and a roof. We're moving up, even if the roof is leaking and the walls are falling apart, and the gators are practically part of the aesthetic. Dutch's plans aren't getting any more stable, the law's still breathing down our necks, and the cracks in the gang are showing a lot more clearly from here on out. Pull up a stool, grab a whiskey, and get comfortable. I'm Sam.
I'm Zai.
And this is the Outlaw Haven.
I mean, really, we don't have that many, I think, announcements to get into this episode. Like we said last episode, we got some dope-ass merch. Our Gunslinger
Go check
Mommy
out.
collection.
And there could be more merch from this episode. I have plans to draw something for this episode, but if this episode comes out and you check the merch and it's not there, I probably gave up on that idea. Let's be real. It's a big idea, and I get really ahead of myself when I come up with these ideas to draw something. And I really like this idea, and I really want to make it a thing. I really want to bring it to life, but like, I started drawing it and I hated it. It's so bad.
Yep,
So if this episode comes out and you check our merch and there's not something new there that's relevant to this chapter, then I gave up.
yeah, we'll see.
Yay,
Um,
ADHD.
but yeah, we ended off. I was gonna say last episode, but no. Last episode we were
It's
talking
been a
about
minute.
Gunslinger Mommy. Yeah, it's been a couple episodes. Last we ended off talking about the actual game. I mean, that was 2 weeks. Well, that was last week, but last time we ended up actually talking about the chapters. And we ended off just getting into Saturday.
Yes.
And it's interesting. I think I mentioned it in that episode, but chapter 4, I don't know if it's like a just developer oversight, but in when you're coming into Saint Denis and you get like the chapter 4 grayscale, it actually says chapter 4 Shady Belle or Saint Denis and not Shady Belle, but in the actual like progress menu, um when you pause the game, it'll say Shady Belle. In the journal it will say Shady Belle. So I don't know if it's a developer oversight or not because it's the only
Yeah,
chapter
the
that
rest
has
of them are the camps.
yeah. I'm like, it's a kind of a cool detail if it like is intentional, but I could see it going both ways, honestly.
Right. I mean, I think it has to be just an oversight
Mm-hmm.
because like all the other chapters are Horseshoe Overlook and Coulter, Clemens Point,
Mm-hmm.
Beaver Hollow. Like this is the only one that's like that. So
Yeah.
I would assume that's just an oversight.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to like think of why they would have done that intentionally,
Right.
and I can't think of a reason.
No.
I don't
I
know.
mean,
There
I
could
guess
be.
most of the missions take place like in the city,
It's true.
but
I don't know.
even then,
You
it's
know,
like, yeah, kind of a
I
weak
don't think it's even.
excuse.
I don't think it's really even that big of a deal either way. But
No, but yeah, of course, At the end of chapter 3, our boy Sean died. Rest in peace.
Rip.
The first death that we see properly played out.
And then we lost Jack.
Yep.
Jack's missing. We stormed Braithwaite Manor and burned it to the ground
Yep. For nothing.
at Shady Belle. Did
Yeah.
we talked oh yeah, we did talk about getting to Shady Belle with John.
Yeah, a little bit.
We talked about that mission at the end of chapter 3.
Mhm.
So now we're in Saint Denis, starting with the joys of civilization. So we start with going to the Bastille Saloon. You call the bartender until he comes up to you, and he gets really irritated if you keep pestering him. He's like,
Mhm. Even if you don't,
"Mm,
even if you just, like, talk to him, like, one time, he's like, "I seem to have a very persistent customer." It's like, I asked
I'll
you
stand
once
there and
or
just
twice.
like keep pestering him." And I think he does get a little more irritated if
I
you
think
do
so.
it more. But yeah, even if you just do it once, he's like, "I have some impatient customers today." And you buy a whiskey from him, a very expensive shot of whiskey. And then you buy one for him too to try and like butter him up to get him to talk. We start asking about Angela Bronte and he tells us to leave it. And Arthur gets
Oh,
like
and,
angry about it.
before you actually enter the
Oh, you
Bastille
see Dutch.
Saloon, Dutch will put his gun against Arthur's back, and
Stick him up,
it
cowboy.
changes depending on your honor level.
Oh, does it really? I didn't know that.
Because his hammer will be pulled back. I think if you have low honor, his hammer will be pulled back versus if you have high honor, the hammer will be forward, so the gun's not cocked.
What the fuck? Does the dialogue change?
I don't think so. It might though. I think also
Yeah.
maybe, like, how soon he lifts the gun up and, like, the angle of the gun changes too.
All right, we're gonna have to like test this. I'm gonna go play this again and get the clip of it with high honor, and then I'm gonna go lower my honor and then try it again. See what happens.
Yeah.
Because I'm curious now.
Alright, anyway.
Wait,
Just feel like that's a cool little
that
note.
is a cool detail. I never knew that.
There's a
Did
lot
you?
of, like, high in the water details throughout the game, which is great.
There are. I need to play it as low honor again because it's been so long since I did that, and there's so
Mhm.
many differences that I've never noticed.
I know, I need to have, like, 2 playthroughs going simultaneously, one that's high honor and one that's low
Mhm.
honor, or just play the missions back to back.
Right.
That'd be tedious, but
Worth it
worth it to
for the
spot the
research.
difference. Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, we're in the saloon, and the bartender doesn't want to tell us about Bronte, so we get mad and leave. And someone comes running up behind us, and he's like, "Angela Bronte, spaghetti
Do
eating, long streak of piss big."
I love the drunkard's lines.
Right? He tells us to talk to the kids in the alley, among a bunch of other random shit that he tells us. That's pretty much
Mhm.
irrelevant. Tells
Yeah.
us to be careful, but so we go and talk to the kids in the alley, and they take us for a little walk through town. Couple little kids giving us a tour through Saint Denis because we're new in town.
Mhm.
And as the one kid is showing us the church, the other one steals our satchel and runs off with it, and we have to chase him. And it is a requirement for gold to catch the street urchin before he reaches the market, which I have caught him without doing the, like, thing where you go the other way down an alley one time, and it was, like I think it was before he or no, I caught him right after he got off the trolley.
Mm.
It was, like, one time. There's, like I think it might have been, like, kind of a glitch where he just froze for a minute, and that was enough time for me to catch
Could
up to
be.
him, and I caught him.
Yeah.
But, otherwise, if you want to catch him, there's a spot where he turns down an alley right after a wagon goes by, and when that wagon goes by and the driver yells, "Moron!" He goes down an alley and you have to turn right or left. The kid turns right, but if you turn left and you go through the alley and get back to the street, you wait down at the road and you'll see him come up and over a roof, and he comes down off the roof and jumps into the road and you can tackle him there.
Mhm.
I think there's one other spot you can catch him, but
I
don't
think
think I've
so.
ever I don't think I've ever done it the other way.
No, I've only done it. That's the only way that I've known for, like, the longest time. And I
Yeah,
didn't
same.
even know if it was possible for, like, a super long time too, because I, like, never looked at the gold requirements.
Yeah.
And then today I was
So
like, "How? What?
and it's so funny the dialogue when you catch him because he's like, "I'm a good boy,
Oh, good boy,
I
I
wash."
wash."
It's my favorite fucking line. "I'm a good boy, I wash." I don't know why. I swear you've heard me just, like, stim that line so many times since you've known me.
Probably, yeah.
But if you don't catch him, he runs through the market and he knocks over what are the fruits that he knocks over? Or something?
Yeah, I think, like, it's like a whole stand, which is actually really cool. Speaking of the stand, if you just go there in free roam, you can actually buy from that stand.
Oh, really?
Like, yeah, you can go up and buy, like, an apple or corn or peaches or whatever
Hmm.
from that stand. I didn't know that until I think I might have seen, like, a TikTok video about it.
I wish there was more shit you
Um
could buy there.
Mhm. Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't know that. Or if I did, I forgot.
right?
I don't think I knew that.
Um, but yeah, you can either catch them in the alley, or if you don't, you'll end up continuing to chase him, and you'll end up in, like, this giant back alley that's just surrounded by, like, his entire gang of kids.
Like a whole gang of kids. They're like literal children just aiming shotguns at you and smoking cigarettes.
Yep.
So, yeah. Otherwise, you go in the alley and you talk to like the leader of the street kids. And he talks about how he's proud to work for Angelo Bronte and he tells us where to find him. And he
Mhm.
slaps the kid around that stole our satchel, which is funny.
Yeah,
But
and then yeah,
tells
after
us where to
that
find him. And he tells us to find Bronte at his house on Flavian Street opposite the park. And the other gold requirement for this is to finish within 5 minutes and 30 seconds. Okay, so in the notes on this, it says catching the elusive boy before he elusive boy sounds weird. What? Okay.
okay. Alright.
Catching the elusive boy before he reaches the market is easy when you know where to find him. After he gets off the trolley, follow him into the back alley, then sprint straight through the round archway without talking to anyone. Press O or B as soon as you see him to perform a tackle. That's where the book says to get him.
I think that's the same spot. Looking at it in the book, it looks like, yeah, that's the same spot.
I don't think it is.
I don't
That's
know.
just to look for him there as soon as it's just telling you not to talk to anyone. Just go find him there.
Mhm.
I've never done that.
Oh, I'd never, like, say anything to anyone, I'd just beeline
I
it.
I I don't say anything to anyone either, but I've never been able to catch him like that.
Mm. Well, I think why it says don't question anybody is because when you're, like, going through that alleyway, you've gotta dodge and weave between a few people,
Yeah. Which
so
I
I
just
think that's
knock him
why
over.
it's
I just do
right.
NPC bowling.
Yeah. Right? NPC bowling is great.
So much fun. If you've
Uh,
never done it, highly recommend. Just
yes.
go run into NPCs and they just ragdoll, and it's the best.
Yeah.
I will be thoroughly entertained for hours just NPC bowling.
You kinda confirm. Um,
Um, so then we go into Angela Bronte, Man of Honor. You don't have to do this mission next, but I mean, you're right there. You might as well, right?
mm.
I guess
Oh, yeah,
I
you do have to
am
do it,
the one
right?
who just like always do it that way. Because if you don't do this one next, you can go back into camp, but Abigail will bug the shit out of you until you go get Jack.
Okay.
she will come up and just start
Yeah, I
screaming
think
at
the
you.
only other mission you can do is "No, no, thrice no."
That's
Mm,
the Tilly mission, right?
that's, saving Tilly.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I'm like, I'm just already in Saint Denis, so I'm just gonna do that one.
Uh-huh.
And I think it's sort of like they just kinda have it set up that way for you to keep doing that because they want you to get Jack back.
Right. Yeah, sorry, Tilly, you don't get Jack's party.
Poor Tilly. Um, I don't even know if there's any difference in Camp Dialogue at the party. Like, you do get Tilly first.
I wouldn't know off the top of my head. I, like, never have her in camp during that.
I know, I never do that because 'cause I'm just always in Saint Denis. I'm like, I might as well just finish what I'm doing.
Mhm. Yeah.
Um, anyway, so Angela Bronte, Man of Honor. You meet Dutch and John on the steps outside of Bronte's mansion after the cutscene, and you follow John to the cemetery. That's like that's step 1, and it's like, hang on, we gotta talk about, like, when we walk into Bronte's house with
Mhm.
all his AP wallpaper and shit.
Yeah, we talked about this in our,
Saint
Bayou
Denis
and
Bayou
Saint
epi
Denis episode. But in Bronte's house, basically, I think all across the first floor, his wallpaper has A and B, like, written all over it, and I think it has a crown even above the initials, and it's like, "Holy
God.
fucking pretentious."
Self-absorbed motherfucker.
Jim, you did a great job.
Yeah, great job, Jim.
There's so many Jims.
My light started flickering when I said, "Great job, Jim." That was creepy. I have a ghost in my house named Jim.
Oh.
I wonder if the camera picked that up, or am I still pixelated on
I
your
didn't
screen?
see it because 'cause you're still, like, super blurry. I have no clue why she's
Oh,
like, "Oh,
you saw it that time, right?
yep."
Just gonna go ahead and turn that off. Ugh. Anyway, uh,
Yeah. Um, you kinda get up to the gate, and then, Dutch talks is a strong word. He very much
we'll
just
charm him,
mm,
and then he just points his gun at the guy. "You bring
yeah,
him out here right
just
now."
fucking I think grabs him by the fucking collar, takes his gun from him.
Yep. And then, like, when he sends him he's like, "Go on now, boy." And
Run along,
the
yeah.
guy walks away. The guy walks away to go get Bronte, and Dutch whistles at him like a dog. Like,
I know. Just adds
"Come here, boy. There's a good boy. Come on." Anyway,
I dare.
so
But
Bronte is all like, "You come and talk to me before you even have a bath, and
it's nice to be
you tell me how to act? I love you. Chase me, Mr. Vanderlyn." And then Dutch and Bronte make out, make sweet, sweet love while we go play grave robbers.
no notes.
So yeah, that's actually how it goes in the game too. If you've never played it, that's what happens. If you're low on her.
Can't even let me have a breath, can you? Oh my god.
I'm gonna move my mic away from me.
Oh, Jesus.
You
I'm
come and talk
sorry,
to me
Disney,
before you
but
have a
it's
bath? Would you like to take one now? With me? Mwah. God, I hate myself. Okay.
I know
Uh,
it's becoming a clip later.
I don't know who let me out of my cage today.
Yeah.
Okay. Basically, they share drinks, and Dutch and Arthur and
Yeah,
John
all
will sit on
3
the
of
couch
them,
together and drink
like,
something. They're
very
probably also
awkwardly
stinky.
fit on this couch.
That has to be so stinky. They're
Mhm.
all, like, sweaty dudes all, like, pushed together.
And Bronte's like,
Yeah.
God! Stop!
I hate that you're, like, not entirely wrong.
Oh, where's the lie? This is the low honor version. When you're low honor, Bronte makes Dutch and Arthur and John get naked and sit on the couch together and drink whiskey. And then he watches from across the room in a closet.
There's not even a closet in that room.
Here he is now in the low honor version.
What, is he just in the fireplace?
Yeah, he like huddles into the fireplace like Santa Claus just coming out of the chimney. Ho ho ho.
Is that the Italian version of Santa Claus?
I don't even know how to say ho 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 in Italian. What does Italian Santa say? Howdy kids, what does Italian Santa say? Fuck, that scared me. Woo!
I heard that. Oh, it's
You
just your
scared me.
child.
Oh god. I think I'm scared.
What the fuck are we on?
My whole body went numb. That scared me so bad.
Hi. Why did you burn?
I thought you were a ghost. God, that scared me. All right. Anyway, so be serious now, Sam.
Let's go.
So Dutch says, "Can we have his son back?" And he says, "Of course, of course." But you did kind of screw me over with the liquor industry, so it's only fair that you help me. You want your kid back because we had to pay for his slippers and his spaghetti. We bathed him, you dirty fucking heathens. You're lucky we'll
Yeah,
give you him back and not take him to the
or
fucking
really
orphanage,
shouldn't.
right? God, I don't know what is wrong with me today. Anyway,
But
so they're like, "What is it?" And he tells them that there's been people robbing the graves in the cemetery, and they want he wants John and Arthur to go catch the grave robbers and take care of
mhm.
them and get the money back or whatever. So we go into
Yeah,
the
while
cemetery.
Dutch shows him how he should mind his business or whatever the fuck that line is.
Oh, he says, "And then you, Mr. Vanderland, you can tell me more about my manners."
Oh, yeah.
Um, Clearly I have none today. I don't know
Since
what is wrong.
we're already on that roll, we might as well just continue.
Yeah. So they go to the cemetery, and John is like, "We don't even know where Jack is." And Arthur's like, "Let's just do what he says and get this done." And so when you walk into the cemetery in Saint Denis, you need to, for the gold medal, you need to find the dog and the drunk. Don't get spotted by the law and finish within 11 minutes and get 4 headshots. So when you walk in, you get to like it's like a little gazebo thing
Mhm.
in the middle
Yeah,
of
like smack
the
dab in the
cemetery.
middle.
If you turn to the right, there's a dog there. You hear it barking. You see it pop up on the map.
Mhm.
Ah. You see the dog, and Arthur says something to it. Then you move like
It's
up
off to the
back through, up back onto the road, and right to the left, there's
yeah,
the guy sitting behind like a little like mausoleum
muzzle
thing.
ring, yeah.
He is drunk and he talks about his friend died. That's
Mhm.
really sad. But weird that he's grieving in the middle of the night in the cemetery. I
Yeah.
would wait till the daytime to do that personally, but to each
You're
their own.
drunk. But
He's drunk.
you
Um,
also don't need to, like, full for gold, you wanna be quick as fuck.
yeah, you have to be so fast, and
This
think I've only gotten gold on this once. You have to quickly encounter the drunk and the dog, and then you run over to the mausoleums, like, to your right. And when you get up to it, John will catch up to you. There's a little cutscene, and you see the grave robbers.
Mhm.
And y I think it goes right into Deadeye, doesn't it?
Um,
I think it does.
yeah, I think it does. I can't remember.
And so that's where you have to try and get 4 headshots.
Uh-huh.
Otherwise, like, I mean, you could get more, but, like, if you just, like, mark them, if you do the Deadeye painting,
Yeah, even then,
that's
I
the
still find I think the easiest way to do it is doing, like, the sharpshooter thing, going in and out of Deadeye really quickly.
oh, maybe I just suck at this game, which is also a very big possibility. Otherwise, you just chase them until they all die,
Yeah.
kill them all, and then the law shows up, and you have to sneak through the cemetery with
Yeah, smack
John
against the
to
wall to
try and
get
get
out.
back out. And there's a way that you can, like, sneak around and, like, cut John off and just, like, book it to the gate to get out, and he catches up to you. He just, like, spawn right next to you.
Uh-huh.
I can't
Yeah,
make it work. You did it. I can't. I tried.
yeah, there's a way because you technically don't need them like, beside you the entire time, because 'cause you'll have the one lawman come up, um,
When
and
you're, like, hiding behind the graves and you're
yeah,
so out of
and
sight that it's
yeah, and you can go ahead and, really just sneak around to those guys, and then you just basically stay close to the wall. And you don't really run into anyone else until you get to the gate, and those guys are easy enough, you just gotta wait for them to move, and then just get outside of the gate, and then John will teleport to you, get on your horse, and fucking beeline it to Bronte's.
easy enough for you to do, but too hard for me, apparently.
It took me so many tries to get gold on this, it was such a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know if I've ever done it or not. I think I've only done it once if I have.
Yeah,
I
because 'cause
don't
I'm
think
like,
it
it
did.
was my last mission that I needed in chapter 4 to get the entire chapter, like, completely gold.
I think that's the one I still have silver on. The rest are all gold on chapter 4.
Uh, Probably. Yeah, chapter 4, honestly, is a pretty
It's not
decently
bad.
easy chapter to get gold on, um,
Yeah,
especially if you're, like, good with your guns,
right?
but except for this mission fucking sucks.
Yeah. So you get the stash and you sneak out of there and you ride back to Bronte's house. And Dutch is waiting on the porch. And Arthur's like, "Where's your buddy? Where's your butt buddy? Where's your BFF?" And Dutch is just like, "You took your time." He's all mad. And Jack's all happy sitting there and he hugs John and he mounts up and you ride back to camp. And that's when Jack's like talking about how he learned how to speak Italian words.
Speak
And
perfect Italian as a 4-year-old.
oh, yeah, yeah, definitely.
Mhm.
In like 2 days.
Yeah,
And then
and that
they
he
like
had
stop.
spaghetti,
He had spaghetti, he got 2 pairs of slippers. He had a great time. He got a bath,
he had clothes.
got new clothes. It was great. He had a great time. He had a
The
great
fact that
vacation
Jack,
at Papa
like,
Bronte's.
doesn't that they don't use that, like, them pajamas, like, ever again, that he's immediately just put right back into I mean, after, like, his party and stuff, he's
Yeah,
put back into just his
his normal clothes.
nightgown. It's like, come
You
on.
don't wanna keep those nice ass pajamas? They
I know,
probably coulda sold those.
right?
I don't know, but then that goes right into Jack's party when you get back to camp.
Yeah, I mean, there's the whole little, like, getting back at camp, Abigail being happy that she finally has Jack back, and then it's funny because at the end, Dutch and Hosea walk off in one direction, but they walk off to the left, but when you come out of the cutscene, they're walking off to the right to join the party,
Mhm.
and it's just such a funny little, like, oversight.
Right.
'cause it's
I've
like,
never noticed that until you pointed it out.
it's in that direction. Yeah, I didn't notice it until, like, I think I was grinding the mission for gold. But in, Jack's party, everyone immediately gathers around the camper, greeting Jack, and then, Javier breaks out his guitar.
I think it's impressive that, like, the entire gang sings along with him, even though he's singing in Spanish. But, like, Dutch the whole scene where he's like brother's like, "But you said you knew Spanish." "I know people, and
I
I
know
know
human
Javier's song."
beings.
Mhm.
Can I also just say the fact that Gabriel had to play guitar with fucking mocap balls on his fingers, like, it's hard enough sometimes playing fucking guitar.
I can't play guitar.
Like, adding round fucking, like, mini golf balls on top of that? No.
So
But
he
yeah,
probably just, like, pretended to play it with the mocap suit on and then recorded the music
that's
later, correct? I would
yeah,
assume.
yeah, that's what I'm guessing. 'Cause, well, like we talked about with, Jim, is kinda the same thing happened with, like, Jim mimicking the accordion and
Mhm.
then
Yeah.
playing across from somebody else. Um, but I think it was actually, yeah, Gabriel playing guitar because he can actually play guitar.
Yeah, there's the video of him on his Instagram where he is playing that song.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I'm trying to think of, like, the order of the events in my head because it's been so long since I've just sat around the party.
I know, right? There's the clip where you talk to Kieran and he talks about how he finally feels like he's fitting in somewhere and he's never been better and shit. I cry.
Only to disappear halfway through the party.
And then
Mm,
which I have, like, followed Kieran through the party all the way, like, till, like, 3 days in game. I have followed Kieran just to see, like, if you could see when he gets taken, but, like,
mm-mm,
obviously that's not a thing. But, like,
yeah.
I followed him, and I was like, "What the fuck does
It
Kieran do during the day?"
it's kind of interesting because so there's some people say that, like, and I've heard it kind of in game, but I'm like, I don't know. I think it was actually debunked that it's not Kieran, but, like, there is, like, a scream that you hear
What?
in camp, and it kinda does sound like Kieran's scream.
Damn. Oh, shit. Okay, I'm
Um,
gonna have to relive that party.
but
Um,
yeah, there's that.
there's the
John and
story where
Abigail actually kind of, well, John's like, "Hey, move into my room. How about the bus? We can be a normal family."
and then there's the clip where Hosea is talking about how he was almost hanged for
Mhm.
stealing a chicken or something. No, it wasn't stealing a chicken,
No,
was it? What the
Javier
fuck
was
did
the
he do?
chicken.
Javier was the
Um,
chicken. What did Hosea do?
I don't know. I can't remember.
He says what it was. It was, like, something stupid like that.
Yeah. But yeah, there's that.
Did they, like, hang the
Um,
sheriff instead or something?
yeah, that's it. Um, Molly yells at Dutch.
Was it she?
Yeah.
There's a speech from Micah where he's talking about how there's nothing and then you just die or whatever. Like, it's such a, like, glass half empty sort of speech. There's Micah's speech, and then there's Dutch's
Dutch's
brilliant
speech.
speech. I love
Um,
that speech so much.
how, oh, we're gonna be free, but, like, there's a scripted lightning strike and thunder,
It's
which
so
is
good.
really cool.
The crack of
Um,
thunder, like, right at the perfect time.
mhm. And then, of course, there's songs from, the camp girls and stuff. Oh, I think, either I can't remember who it is, but I think it might be Uncle that throws Bill to the ground or something.
Oh, really?
It's either Uncle that
Well,
throws Bill to the ground or Bill throws Uncle to the ground or something.
I don't know that I've ever seen that.
I think it happens after, like, one of those songs or something. I think
There's
really that's all the major things.
probably a few other little interactions in there that
Probably,
we're missing. There's probably some that are different if you have high or low on her, right? I would assume.
probably, yeah.
I don't know. But next in the book is Help a Brother Out. And
Yeah,
this is technically an optional mission, but
mhm.
if you want lending a hand,
If you want lending a
lending a hand
hand,
achievement, it's important for the achievement. If you're trying to get all the achievements. So you find Brother Dorkins standing outside of the market asking for money. You can give him money. Then he asks you, they have like a whole conversation, and then he tells you that there's captives in the basement in the fence at the market in Saint Denis, and he asks you to get them out. So you go into the fence and you can like threaten to rob the guy at the fence.
yeah, you can either do that or, well, to get gold on it, inspect the book that's on the shelf, which is a really cool nod because it's a book by Harold McDougall,
Oh shit, I didn't know that.
who, of course, people talk about when we get into Red Dead 1.
Yeah, so for gold, you have to do it that way. You have to do it without threatening the shop owner. Anyway, so you go in however you choose to get in to the basement. Okay, please take this and be quiet, please. However you get in there, you go down and get the captives freed and then bring them back out. They just follow you back out to Brother Dorkin. They don't think they speak English, so they don't really know what's happening, but they
Mm-mm.
know that you freed them, so they're just like, okay.
Give
I think it translates for you what they say, but
Yeah, if you have subtitles on.
yeah. So then the other achievement or the other thing for
Gold.
gold is to finish within 2 minutes and 45 seconds.
Pretty
Lets you
easy.
know the location of the bookcase leading to the basement. Fulfilling both requirements poses no difficulty. Pretty quick and easy. And then that kind of also leads into the next mission, brothers and sisters, one and all. You go talk to Brother Dorkins and uh, Sister
Sister.
Calderon, the church in the slums, and a kid comes up and steals Sister Calderon's crucifix. And you just have to kind of chase him, go follow him, and then I think someone else threatens him, and
Yeah,
Arthur like
and then you pull them
yells at the
off.
guy, and you get him off the kid, and the kid just gives you the crucifix, and then you find none other than
You just
Mrs.
counts.
Downs, Edith Downs. She is prostituting herself in San Denis, and she tries to offer you something. But then she realizes who you are, and she freaks out, and she runs and calls the law on you, and you have to
Mm.
escape the law.
And you get the law, which is kind of unrealistic, but okay.
Yeah, I don't think the law would care too much, but
No.
the achievement is, or the goal is you just have to find the kid within 13 seconds. Easy. You just run really fast.
Yep. Yeah, don't talk to anybody, just beeline
Yep.
it. Mm.
And that goes into well, then you have to get the crucifix back to Sister Calderon without getting spotted by the law.
Yeah, which can
Easy.
be it's mostly easy, yeah,
Yeah.
depending on which way you go in.
And I think it's cool that like we're like almost done with this episode, and I mean, granted, we've only talked about like 4 or 5 missions, and none of them have adding it in the typical shootout.
Right?
Same thing with the next one, if
Yeah.
you handle it the right way, I guess. Next one is Fatherhood and Other Dreams. And of course, this is where you talk to Mary Linton. You get another letter from Mary Linton saying that she's in Saint Denis and she needs your help again
Mm.
because
'Cause,
of course
"Oh,
she
my
does.
daddy's a drunk."
My daddy's a drunk. She's
Um,
so whiny in this mission too.
she's so whiny.
Don't be an ass.
When I I hate this mission for multiple reasons. The main reason is how long it took me to fucking handwrite this son of a bitch.
There's so much dialogue. It's
'Cause
so whiny.
it's like a 30-minute mission.
I mean,
Um,
part of that's too if you go to the theater, which is a requirement
which
for the
you gotta do.
gold,
Yeah.
but you have to take Mary. You go to the theater or the hotel. You go to the
Uh-huh.
hotel.
Mhm.
You get Mary. You go take her to the stables to find Daddy, and then
Yeah, and fucking Arthur, when, you first get to the hotel and, Mary's like, "I'll be right down," he fucking looks in the glass and, like,
he
cleans
like
himself up.
yeah, it picks at his teeth, and then people are just like staring in the street. Um, but so you go take her to the stables, and she tells you to wait outside while she sees what kind of state he's in because he doesn't like Arthur. And there's the stable hand that's outside sweeping, and he tells Arthur to get lost, and Arthur's just like, "If it weren't for that lady in there, you'd be dead already."
It's so
So aggressive, like, "Damn, calm down, he's just sweeping the sidewalk."
yeah,
Then Mary and Daddy come out, and how many times am I gonna say daddy in this episode?
and why is it
We
looking to
had
me like weird?
Gunslinger Mommy in the last episode, this episode is daddy.
Oh god.
So you have to follow daddy through the fucking alleys while he's staggering around.
It takes so
Well,
fucking long.
because you can't get too close or you lose.
Yeah.
And so then there's a point where Mary's just like, "Hold on, stop." Then she like pulls him, and then Arthur's just like leaning over her on the wall. It's all dramatic. And then like
Yeah,
the
like, kind
controller
of, like,
starts
half pinning
vibrating.
her in.
Yeah, the controller starts vibrating like heartbeat.
Mhm, which is
Just
kind of a cool detail.
was a cool detail. Then you follow daddy. And he's selling her mother's brooch, and it wasn't his to sell. And Mary
Mhm,
is
and Mary gets pissed.
pissed. And she's just like, she wants her brooch back, and Arthur's just like, "Stay here, I'll go get your brooch." And
Yeah,
Daddy's
and then
all
you
like, "Let's see you got your gunslinger back," or whatever.
yeah, and then you gotta go try and catch the wagon and take it to, like, a specific spot within a minute and 45 seconds,
Mhm.
which is a bitch.
It is a bitch. It is really hard to, like, get it timed right, but if
Okay.
you just, cause like, there's a Morgan there, and I think the problem was, like, I was always trying to get my horse.
Yeah, if you go for the Morgan
There's a Morgan
immediately, it's
right there on the street
pretty
corner.
good.
Just grab the Morgan and go, and if you get like, when you come to that corner where the wagon
Basically the
turns,
slaughterhouse, yeah.
yeah, right in front of the slaughterhouse, if you cut that corner and go in the grass, you can get, like, right next to that wagon, and it
Jump
you
on
can
and
get you can jump onto the wagon from your horse before you get to the bridge. That's about how you know if you got it or not.
mhm.
And then you have to drive it to that secluded spot, which also cuts time if you just go straight to that spot rather than worrying about, like, following the path.
Yeah, because if you come off, like, right after getting if you get it before the bridge, then once you're, like, over the bridge, it's just a straight shot.
Yep. So then you tackle the guy, or you pull him out of the wagon, and he tries to sell you the brooch. He's like, "I could sell it to you for $100." And I'm never like, "Okay, yeah, here you go." Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I
Beat the
don't
shit
think
out
it
of him.
lets you. I think you have to beat him. Because
Maybe.
I
You can buy
tried
it.
one time to
You can buy it. You
it
can buy
didn't
it
let
for
me.
100, you can buy it for 50, or you can buy it for 25.
Hmm,
If and I just beat the shit out of him until he gives it to me.
right.
And then you get the brooch back, you ride back to Saint Denis, and you give it back to Mary, and she's like, "What are you doing right now?" And he's just like, "Walking with your ass." And
then she's like, "You want to see a show with me, Brat and I?" And then they go to the theater, and
Mhm. And
Arthur, like, if you do like the cues or whatever, and just like make Arthur talk the whole time, he's
yeah. And if you have done the grease paint side mission with the giant and whatnot, you can
the guy with
actually
man
see
horn.
them. Uh, yeah, you can see their act if you've done like all of it.
I'm almost done, babe. Please stop. And you honestly,
But yeah, they end up being an
Mm,
act in it. Um,
that's pretty cool. I didn't know that. And if you do that one later, you can also go back to that theater and watch it. But I didn't know you could do that
yeah.
before that
Mhm.
mission and watch it with Mary. Does he say anything like, "Hey, I know them"?
I don't think so.
Oh, that would have been cool.
I can't remember though, because I like never do it. And then after that, yeah, you just take Mary to the trolley station, and Arthur gets all like super fucking soppy and be like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna run away, blah blah blah. I
I
need
thought for
money."
sure he would run away with her or something.
Even though he's like, "I need money," even though he literally just robbed the Valentine Bank, and with that score alone, he could
Bro's
have
got like
gotten
five
himself a
grand in
name
his
for a
pocket.
gang
Let's
of
go.
I know. Like, there's so much money. Like, he has so much money at this point. Like,
I want to
he
try play it again and just see how much money I can get before that scene, just for shits and giggles, just
you
to
you
be
you
like,
you can
I
get a
need
lot.
more money before I can run away with you, even though I am a millionaire
Mhm.
and I could afford to just buy Tahiti and send all
Well,
my friends there.
yeah, if you do the fucking, glitch, the, gold glitch in Limpany.
There's a gold glitch in Limpany?
Yeah, you can glitch the gold bar that's under the, desk in the, sheriff's office.
Yeah. How do you glitch it?
I
Oh,
forget. I haven't done it in, like, so long. I
I
just
didn't know
know there's
you
a
could.
glitch there.
I was thinking of the statues, the cave statues, but
Oh,
that too.
yeah.
I
But
didn't
yeah,
know you
that's
could
just
buy
it.
pearls.
If you do all the treasure maps and whatnot, you can get a lot of money. I mean, just from, like, the scores itself, I've talked about it before, but it's like, after the Valentine bank robbery, the gang would have had enough money to fucking go to Tahiti, but okay. Plot.
Okay. No, no, and thrice no. This is the one where you're talking to Mary Beth. I love that clip of them. I feel like it's an underrated scene
Mhm. I love
where,
the intro to this cut to this mission.
because I love
This
when he's sitting
beginning
there talking
cutscene
with
was
Mary
great.
Beth and they share a cigarette. It's so cute.
Mhm.
But Susan comes up and says that Tilly's been taken by those Foreman boys, harassed her and Valentine. And you have to get in a wagon and go over to their house, which I think it's kind of impressive that Susan just knows which house to go to.
Right?
And it's not even like yeah, that's probably just part of the game to just she has to know where to go because it's the game. There is no like going and finding where the Foreman brothers are, which I mean they could have done that. They
They
could have been
could've.
like go ask around Rose or something, which everyone in Rose is dead or hates
Yeah.
us, but they could have asked around for done something like tracked people. They didn't even do like eagle eye to track where they went.
Mhm.
Susan just knows where to go,
Right.
and I think that honestly, it's kind of a cool detail that Susan would just know that
Mhm.
because she would be that like if Tilly spoke to her in confidence, like she said, saying that she's worried about those boys being nearby, knowing that there's a house there, maybe at some point, theoretically, Tilly could have pointed it out to Susan, or Susan would have found it on her own. Anyway, I just think it's like it speaks to Susan's character that she's
Mhm.
that like involved in protecting the women.
Yeah.
Okay, so You go to the house and you threaten, or Susan tries to like sweet talk the guy out front, and then threatens him, and then Arthur goes running in, kills the guy, and then we find a guy with
Well,
Tilly.
she
Go ahead.
stabs him in the fucking neck.
Oh, better. Cool. And
Susan's such a badass in this mission.
dude, Susan's an underrated character.
Susan is. All
Like
the women are
all the women are, but like I want Susan's backstory more than anyone else in this fucking game.
so
I want to know what made Susan who she is. Yeah, so you go in, you find Tilly, you get her freed and hug her, and she tells you where Anthony and his boys went. So you go
mhm.
chase them down.
Yeah, you go out the back door and, yeah, they're already hopping on horses, and then Tilly's fucking got one of the, like, repeaters, and, Susan's like, "Sure, you'll be" like, "You both go get 'em, I'll be just fine." Fucking,
Yeah.
again, total badass moment.
Right. And so you have to go chase after the boys and Anthony, and you lasso Anthony, tie him up to bring him back to the house to let Tilly decide what to do with him. And when they leave the house, they get the leopard Appaloosa, which you can only get in this mission until you get into chapter 6, and then you can get it at the Van Horn stables. So if you wanted to get the leopard Appaloosa early, this is your one chance to get it. Uh, it's a good horse too. I like it. I just
Mhm.
don't like that it always looks dirty.
Yeah.
But so you bring him back, and Tilly says like, "I want him
Yeah.
to
I
run back
mean,
to the boys he rides with and tell them to leave me
also,
alone."
before we
Oh,
get into, like, that part, for gold, you have to kill all of the foreman boys yourself during the chase, and that if you headshot them both, that'll also complete the, complete with 90% accuracy. So,
yep.
pretty easy gold
It is
objectives.
pretty, like, it's not one like the Micah one where he just shoots all the targets for you, like, it's pretty easy to get to him before Susan does.
Yeah.
So, then you bring him back until he says, like, "I want him to run back to the boys he rides with and tell him to leave me alone." And Susan says, "It's up to you if you wanna kill him or let him
Split his
go."
throat.
But I'd slit his throat, and I think it's funny that she's like, "I'd slit his throat," and then if you do decide to kill him, he just stabs him in the stomach,
Mhm.
but I don't I don't think I've ever let him go.
I've let him go once, and that's purely because of the bounty. Because
Oh,
if you let him go in the epilogue as John in the in Saint Denis, you can pick him up as a bounty, and there's actually lines talking about how he knows Tilly Jackson.
that's wild. Okay, I will have to do that next time. I'm gonna have
Right.
to play through this game again. There's so much shit that I learn. I learn something new
Mhm.
every episode that we record.
No, literally. But,
Okay.
yeah, that's basically it. Susan takes you back to camp, and you're left at the Bradley's house.
Well, I feel like that's probably a good place to end this one, only
I
because my house is going crazy right now because Ethan just got home.
Right.
And just because the Gilded Cage, we have a lot more to talk about,
Mhm.
and my head is starting to hurt. So
Yeah, same. So,
I
yeah.
say we call it a day there.
Yeah, this feels who knows? This might be our first fucking three-parter.
I know. I feel like it
It's
almost might be.
it's chapter 4, man. It's pretty fucking beefy.
It is beefy, and there's a lot of like hidden details and like a
There
lot
is a lot
more
of hidden details, like, I was gonna mention it earlier, but Shady Belle is actually based off of, like, an actual plantation. Like, a lot of
kind of similar to
other
Braithwaite Manor.
like, the Braithwaite Manor is, and, Kelga Hall is too. I forget what Kelga Hall is based off of. Kelga Hall is based off more of, like, multiple different plantations instead of just one solid one. From what I've seen, Shady Belle is based off of the Belmont plantation down in Mississippi, which totally makes sense when looking at like
Yeah.
images of the plantation. And also inside of Shady Belle, we talked about it in our Saint Denis episode, but um in the stairwell room there's a bounty poster for Javier just chilling on the wall. Nobody says anything about it, which is
Yeah.
kind of
But
funny. There's also a few other newspaper scraps around and like letters and stuff. Of course, there's like the typical ones you can find, but there's a new one in Hosea's room that is talking about it's from 1877 in Kettering, Ohio, which actually wasn't Kettering when technically it's supposed to be written, but
you know what it was called?
I do not. But it's talking about like when Hosea and Dutch basically met because we know they met in late 77, early 78.
It was
And
previously known as Van Buren Township.
oh,
Van Buren Township in 1841, and uh the local residents voted to incorporate it as the village of Kettering in 1952, later becoming city in 1955.
yeah, so it's quite a ways off from
Yeah.
that historically. But it talks about like how they got arrested for something or other and they escaped jail, but they made the sheriff fucking Jose and Dutch made the sheriff strip down and get naked and put himself in the cell.
Oh my god. I need to read.
um
That's funny.
And then I think the only other letter that I can remember is the letter from Amos, who is Micah's brother, who we hear about in Camp Conversation from Micah as well. He's in California.
Ew, there's
Um,
two of them.
right? I mean, if Micah is considering him an evil piece of shit,
You must be real bad.
then he must be okay.
Oh, or that. He's either really good or really bad.
Yeah. But yeah, he's like down in Cali with his wife and I think kids
Hmm.
or some shit. But yeah,
Okay.
that's kind of the few Easter eggs around
And
the
Agnes Dowd's.
graveyard
Yes.
with Agnes
Agnes Dowd's
Downs.
grave.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
that's it.
pretty much it for this episode.
Yeah.
Check out our merch if you haven't yet. Buy
Yes.
our Gunslinger Mommy merch.
Yes. Consider mommy. Yeah, and we'll pick up next time. Well, not next time, because next week I'm so fucking excited for Panthers episode.
Yes. I can't wait.
For that was a very fun one to film.
Yes, it was. I can't wait for this.
Oh,
Okay. That's it
yeah.
for this episode. Roll the outro. Oh. That's it for us today, Outlaws. Thank you so much for spending time with us here at the Outlaw Haven. It really means a lot to us. We upload every Thursday at 3 a.m. Eastern Time, so if you like what you heard, make sure you follow or subscribe wherever you're listening so you don't miss what's coming next. Also, please take a moment to leave us 5 stars because it's the best way to support what we do. I'm Sam.
I'm Zaya.
And this is the Outlaw Haven.
This world has a lot of ugly in it, but it sure as hell has a lot of beauty. You eat babies.